Hi, this is Danita. If you like it here, please don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. Hello everybody, this is Danita with the Buttercup Creations. This is what I'm going to show you how to make today. Little candy apples. Aren't these adorable? Can you see all the glitter and sprinkles and M&Ms? Okay, well let's get started. The first thing I want to do is clean my apples. You take some alcohol, you spray around your apples, and you clean them. They're fine. I'm just showing you what you should do, just to make sure there's no oils or lotion on them. I've got the clays right here. I've got orchid. This is from Glitz and Glue. And I've got purple. And I've got this turquoise color. Isn't that pretty? That's the orchid. And this is the purple. Okay, let me see now. I want to take off this little top here so it doesn't pop through the little stem. Can you hear the thunder and lightning? It's darkness storm here in Clearwater. And then you also want to take off these because they're still there even though they're not very big. It feels like a real stick when you're trying to hold on to it. Uh-oh, I got that. Oopsie. Okay, I got that one out. The whole center came up with it. But it's a hole there now, so that's okay. That's what I needed. Now what you do, you will, this is called condition your clay. It's massaging, stretching, kneading, whatever you can do to get the colors mixed. But it's more so to make the clay pliable and where it doesn't crack. If you don't do this beforehand, your clay will usually crack because the clay is not conditioned yet, ready to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out my clay to the thickness that I want. Really just a little more on the sides here. It doesn't have to be thick or thin. It can be somewhere in between. Now what I'm going to do is use my knife and I'm going to cut out like a splatter is what I'm going to do. Doesn't want to come out. Okay. However you want to do it, you know, you want them all different shapes and sizes. Okay, now what you want to do is get some super glue. I'm going to put it on my clay instead of my apple. That way I'll know exactly where it's going to go. Put it around the edges so they don't flip up or turn up. Okay, I'm going to put this one on the bigger apple. Now you just want to work your way around where it will lay down properly. Try and use the palm of your hand instead of your fingers tips. Because, okay, this right here is going to have to come off because it's a little too much there. And we'll fix all this and smooth all this out in a minute. Now, we can make this look smooth in a minute. But first, we just got to get it all laid down. This is how I do it. I take my finger and kind of pull down towards the bottom so it looks more like a drip instead of just like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect because drips on the side of an apple are not perfect. But you see what I'm talking about? Like, it's going all the way around. Let me fix that a little better. Okay, so just get it all smoothed out where it looks good. And you can find the hole in the middle. Right there's the hole. So I can stick the stick in it a little bit later. Okay, then let's see this bright orchid color. This is a really pretty color. So pretty. Like I said, I got the foam from Glitz and Glue. Okay, you get a big, not a very big handful, but just what you need. And then I'll get some white to go with. To me, you can always get the white, but you can't always get these pretty colors. So I would rather add white when I can, because who knows if this color will be in stock when I run out of it. So I just like to add the white to add a softer look, and because you never can tell if you can get the same bright color or not, but you can always get white. Okay, now you need to massage your clay, condition your clay, stretch and knead just for a few minutes, for a few seconds, or whatever you want to call it. And since I added this other color to it, I want my color to be mixed up. Now we'll roll it out with the rolling pin here. Sometimes there's air bubbles in there where you was folding it over. It's okay, just pop them and continue on. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's start to do our shaping of our drips. Okay. Sometimes if you do it slow, it sticks. So I always do it fast. I always pull it off fast so it doesn't stick. Now I'm going to put this back in my bag. Back in your bag. So now I'm going to take the super glue. Go to the ends. Then go throughout the middle. Okay. This is the top that's got the hole there. And then we're going to put it on top and let it fall down naturally. That one may be a little too long, but that's okay. Now go around and just gently put these down. Now that's got super glue on that, so I want to throw that away. So I probably have it on my fingers as well. But that's okay. I've got that all covered up there. It looks natural now. Just take your finger and pull these down a little bit. It's kind of pressing on it and pulling at the same time. So it just looks like a natural drip. That one might be a little too close there, so we'll cut part of that one off. If we can get it off now, it has super glue on it. Okay. That one's okay. Okay. Now we're going to go over both of these apples with tacky glue. That way we can add the sprinkles and all the fun stuff on top. Cover your X-Acto knife. Get your tacky glue out. This is clear tacky glue because yesterday I used the white, and I just like the clear better because it doesn't leave as much residue. Okay, this is coming out very slow. I didn't put all that much on there. Get you an old brush that you use sometimes for stuff like this. I have one that says tacky for my tacky glue. Now you may need to pick it up, but hold it just from the apple so you don't smush your clay with fingerprints. Now you want to cover this all the way up so it stays good forever. Well, don't push down so hard because it can grab the clay and mess up. I was just trying to get that smoothed over a little better there where those two are joining. But like I said, it will be fine. We're adding sprinkles and glitter, whatever you want to add to the top of your apple. Okay, now I'll let that set for just a second while I put this one on. Okay, I don't know if that's enough, but we'll see if it is. You really don't even have to push the hole down in the middle. I just do that so I know where the hole is. I know where the hole is already. I just do it. I don't know why. Okay, now I'm going to sit both of the apples together. Put this paintbrush in some water and wipe my hands off and the tacky glue. Put the lid back on the tacky glue. Put the lid back on the super glue gel. Okay, that went in the floor, but I'll pick it up in a minute. And then you get your sprinkles, whatever sprinkles you want to add. Kind of put them around the side to begin with, because in a minute we'll add the stick and we don't want it to be in the center. And this is very tacky, so the sprinkles will stick. I've got all kinds of sprinkles here, so I'm just going to add all sorts of colors. And I'm having to pick it up so I touch the edge. But it'll be okay. It's going to be covered up by the tacky glue. Kind of have to hold your apple sideways so everything gets on there good. Now I'm going to open up some of these other sprinkles from Play-Coat 3. Now I got these little sprinkles from Play-Coat 3. Can you see them? They're all different colors of sprinkles. Little tiny sprinkles, and I love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a stick Down in the center. Okay, unless it breaks. And if it does, I'll just pull it out and get another one. The tacky glue is tacky. Ah! Okay, hold on now. Okay, that's good. That's that. And now I've got another one here. I'll stick it in this one. Oh, that was easy. Okay, now what I do, you can either use super glue or tacky glue, whichever one you want to use. But since I didn't plug up my glue gun, or you can use hot glue. But today I'm just going to use a little tacky glue because this is a very good glue. Put it through there some. And then you can put it at the bottom if you want. Inside of the hole. Push it down in there. And it will stay. It will make your stick stronger. And you push it down into the apple. Ah! Y'all are going to have to stay away from each other. Pink and blue, they must be attracted to each other. Okay, now let me get the other straw. Okay, now it's perfect. This made a little bit of a mess here, but I can fix that. That's no trouble. Let me get my paintbrush back. That has a little water on it now, but that's okay. No problem. We can fix that. And you'll just tap it down around your stick, and it'll help hold your stick. Okay, this one looks good. So now I'm going to hold it by the stick, and I can put these sprinkles in a lot better. You can cover anything up with sprinkles and glitter. Okay, let me see. I've got a little spot right here that's starting to dry on the bottom. So, okay, now I have, let me see what all I have. I have these little, what are these? They look like little oranges or something like that. Yeah, that's what they are. Can you see them? I'll add a couple of these on there just for kicks and giggles. Okay, you see how they're little bitty oranges? Okay. And I'm going to sprinkle one here or there. I'm not going to overpower this with these. I just want a couple for looks and fun. And I'll also add some M&Ms, just because I like the way those look. Okay, I got that one laid down. I got one laid over here. Can you see them? Some of them standing up, so let me roll them over here and lay them down. That one's on top of another one, but it doesn't really matter. You can lay your sprinkles down, some of them standing out to the side. There's another orange standing out to the side. Okay, so let's lay that down there and let it sit. Let me finish this one here. Okay, I see a couple of spots here that is drying out as well. So let me just put some more tacky glue on there. Right down here where it's a little thinner is where it's drying out. Okay. And when these are done drying, I'll go back And I will cover all of this with tacky glue. It'll be shiny and it'll hold all the sprinkles on. Okay. So let me add a few more sprinkles here. Okay, let me go ahead and get my M&Ms now, so I'll have enough room to put them on. I'll put about, hey, maybe I'll put M&Ms on one and little gummy bears on the other. Look at these, aren't these adorable? That's what I'll do, just to make it a little different. I'll put 3 or 4 gummy bears on this one. And if you need something, get your little tweezers or something like that. To put your little things on there. Make sure it's still wet where you're putting your gummy bears. Isn't that cute? You just pick up your little gummy bear and put it where there's a spot available and where it's wet. 1, 2, 3. We'll put one on this side. Okay, there's the gummy bear one. And now let's do the M&M one. These are resin little M&Ms and candies here. I don't know if this one will pick it up or not. Yeah, it will. There's a spot, perfect. There's a spot. See, any big spot where there's room for an M&M would be great. I think I'll put one right there. There's orange, yellow, orange and green, and I'll put a yellow one. Okay. I could put one more somewhere. Okay, I pulled the stick up some. I think that's good. There's one, they look like they're divided equally. So we'll leave them there to dry. And when we come back, we will do the final touches, okay? Okay, now I want to show you one more thing. I want to show you how to make a black poison apple. I guess that's what you would call it. I'm going to use these little bottles from the Dollar Tree. You need some Mod Podge, some black paint, and some caulk from the Dollar Tree as well. The caulking, I mean not the caulking, but it's caulk, mastic, this all-purpose caulk. That's what it's called from the Dollar Tree, okay? That's how you're going to make the glossy, shiny outside of a black apple. Okay, I've only got a little bit of this left, so I'm going to use what's in here. I will pour it in this bottle here. Well, if I can. If not, I'll just do it in this bottle. Now, you make what you think you need, and there is no exact recipe to this. You just add more caulk if you need it a little bit thicker. You add more Mod Podge if you need it a little bit runnier. And I've got apple barrel gloss. It doesn't matter what brand you use. Any brand works. So right here, I've only got about this much Mod Podge. Maybe, you know, like just a little in the bottom. No more than I need. I'm not going to need a whole bottle full. So I'm just going to put the paint up in here. Down in here, not up in here. And the paint and the caulk will dry clear. I'm going to put a pretty good amount of black because I need it all the way around the apple, okay? And now I want to take off the lid, squish it up. Take off the lid, and I'm going to squeeze this caulking, which is kind of thick, you'll see, into the tube. It's just hard to squeeze. It's not hard to use. Just you got to put a pretty good heavy squeeze on there, tight squeeze. Okay, let me wipe off the end here. I've got paint on there. I think that should be enough. But let me close it and shake it up and let me see how that works. If you do this in a bowl, you can stir it up. But these right here are very convenient. They're easy use. You can use them again when you put them in these. That's how you want it. You want all the white off to be off the bottom, and you want it to be mixed up really good. And then if it's still not all the way mixed up when you open it, you want to put a skewer down in there. Well, you can't see it, but I'm going to put a skewer down in there just to make sure it's all stirred up really good. I've been wanting to make a black apple, but honestly, I couldn't find my Mod Podge since I've moved, but I found it. It was right under my feet in my glue box. Right under my table is what I mean. Okay, it feels real good, and it feels a little bit thick. Okay, that's a hard piece. We'll get rid of that one. But I'm going to put some hot glue right here. And it should fall down in there some. Yeah, it's going down in there. But now I need a stick. Okay. We found a skewer. We're going to cut it in half. We are going to poke this down inside. And this is what we're going to be handling the apple with. We're going to hold this and squirt the apple. Okay, we'll let that dry for just a second. While I'm letting that dry, let me show you about the other apples that we did yesterday. Okay, I wanted to show you how to coat them on the outside so they don't fall off and all the sprinkles don't come off and everything. Okay, these two right here, well, that apple stick is a little bit longer. You can make all your sticks the same size if you're selling them, but as of right now, these aren't on my shop, so they're not sewed. But the first two, what I did with those, I used this Decor Duraclear Matte Varnish. It's a very heavy, hard, protective coating, okay? I just turned it around through here, and I did the whole thing already. I'm just going to show you how I did it. This right here is a lot runnier than the tacky glue, okay? So it's a lot easier to spread. I did the total apple, everything. It's a little bit shiny, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some little baby fine diamond, crystal diamond, extra fine glitter on these, okay? On this one for sure. I just want to put a little on top just to make it sparkle. There it is. don't want to put a whole lot. I just want to put a little, you know, so it sparkles just a little. I don't want to cover it like crazy mad. Okay, there we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I did this one too, but I want to put a little more up here so I can do the the extra fine glitter. It just adds a little something something to it. Yes, it does. You can do that or not. It doesn't matter. That's all about your own preference. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, yeah, I just want a little bit on there. Can you see? It's not got a lot on there. But I don't want it covered. It's supposed to be candy apples, so, you know, they're faux candy apples, and it's unrealistic because this doesn't look like what candy apples looks like. But I have bought some candy apples that have all kinds of candy on top. Okay, those are those two. Okay, now I took the tacky glue, which is a lot thicker than the Duraclear varnish. This is the two things that I was using. This is thin, this is thick. Okay, so I took this and I added it to these other apples over here. And I've already did this, but I just want to show you what I did. I squirted it on there. I did it just like I put on the first coat. And whenever you first put this coat on, these sprinkles will rub off when you start rubbing on them. But after you put these coats on, they won't rub off. That's one of the main reasons you want to put this clear coat on top, because see, you don't see any of these coming off now. But yesterday they kept coming off. I had to tap it in the glue and put it back on, you know. But anyways, okay, that's finished. And you have one more option if you don't have either of these. You can put on your Mod Podge. Mod Podge is just like these, except it is white. It comes out white, and if you put on too much, it does show up white. Like I did some the first day, and I had to go back and do this orange one because it showed like really, because I had it on there too thick. So don't put it on there too thick. So it shows some like really gloppy spots of white. So just don't put it on there too thick. Now it looks fine because I redid it. But and this is also the tacky glue. But this is how you would do the Mod Podge. See, this one isn't. One fell off or two fell off. So you just want to go back and make sure you get the varnish or tacky glue on there and a heavy thick layer of that tacky glue, because it comes out and it's very thick, so it takes a lot to cover up your sprinkles. Okay, so I've got all those done, and now I want to tell you about the ribbons. After these dry, you will go back and add whatever kind of ribbon you want. Okay, I made several here. I used this little mold here. I got it off Amazon. I will link it in the comments below. It's a specific little bow that I love, these little bows. Okay, let me show you what they look like. I'm sorry about the paint on my hands. Okay, I made 3 different sets. I also made some to go to this bow, but I've already put this one on. Okay, I put this on each side. When I use this bow, I put it on both sides so that middle would be covered up. Okay, just do it with hot glue. That's perfectly fine. Okay, and then on another one, I was going to show you how these look like. If you take these and make these just a basic color and don't put on any sprinkles, like for Christmas or Halloween or any specific sprinkles or embellishments, then you can use these for any holiday if you have these for yourself. Okay, say for instance, I could use this for Halloween, Christmas, Easter, any time of year really. But if I put on this little ribbon here, you see it says Cabbage Patch Carrots. Okay, so then it looks more like it's for Easter. Well, I put it on the wrong side. But anyways, then it looks more like it's for Easter. You just put some hot glue right there behind it, and voila, it looks like it's Easter. Okay, now if I put one of these bows on it, I would put two to cover up the middle, you know, just to make it look good. I would put those on with hot glue as well. But this looks like it could be used any time of the year as well. Anytime, anytime. And it doesn't matter what kind of bow you put on there because you have all kinds of sprinkles. Okay, now I have this bow right here. This would look more like Halloween or fall. You could use the same apple all year long. Any of these you could. You could trade out the ribbons, or you could just continue to leave on one ribbon all year long. Now, let me show you how to make these little bow ties. Okay, you would wrap it around your stick here. You're going to do it like you tie your shoe. The only difference is you're going to put a bow, and then you're going to do the back side of your ribbon. If you have two sides, you're going to take it backwards here, or the dull side. And then when you go to poke it up in here, you're going to put it in the front, and then you're going to gently pull. And as long as you do it just like that, you're going to have a perfect ribbon. You tighten it up, and you cut the tails however you want it. Now, this could also be used all year long, or just for Christmas, Valentine's Day, whatever. But I did want to show you how to tie that little bow because a lot of people have questions about bows. Now, you could also do something else that I did here. I don't know if you noticed or not, but what I did with this one, I put a little ornament hook here. It's one of these little things. It's called foam eyelet screw. You screw it in. Can you see them? You screw it in. I hid mine right here between the two bows. I can hot glue that there later. And then I'm going to hang them on my tree because I love these little apples. I think they're so adorable. Now I'm going to give somebody a chance to win one of these apples. If you are subscribed to my channel, if you leave a comment about which color of apple you would like, at the end, all the people that does that gets a chance to win one of these apples. There's purple, and they will all have bows on them, and I can even put an ornament hook in them if you want them. There's purple and orange. This is turquoise, green, and this is orchid, but it looks pink. So you can put pink, purple, orchid, green, or orange. And all the people that does that tells me which apple they want in the comments and subscribes and likes the video and leaves the comment. I will put your name in a thing and I will draw a name as to who will win one of these apples. Okay? That sounds fun, don't it? Okay, now let's go back over here to our, you can use any kind of ribbon once you put this little thing in here. I used a red ribbon, but you can use twine, you can use white ribbon, you can do whatever you want to, whatever holiday it's for. Or you can just have a plain piece of twine, anything, it doesn't really matter. That's all up to you. Okay, now let's go back over here to my black poison apple. Okay, now I'm going to make sure this is still good over here. And I'll show you how to make the black poison apple. Now, do you see there? The top is good and hard now, so I'll be able to hold the apple with no problem. While ago, it's sliding down. So, let's just open this up. Or if you have a bowl, you will put it down in the bowl and twirl it around, okay? But this is what I'm going to do right here. Whoopsie. Oh, did I take off the top? Oh, I did take off the top. Oh, my goodness. I guess I'm just supposed to turn it, not take it off. But anyways, it still works. Just got some good stuff on there. Now, all of this may not come out black exactly. It may have some white streaks in it. But that's okay because it will turn all black. I'm just squirting it out because I want it to look like it's dripping down the apple. This is a lot like dimensional paint. If you have the tulip dimensional paint, you can do that as well. If you have the black, I have several colors. And I even have black, but I just wanted to do this myself because I put the glossy Mod Podge in there and it will look glossy, you know, like a glossy black apple. Now you can do it as low as you want to, or you can cover the whole thing. You can even tap, 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 tap. See how it looks? I love that. Now this definitely looks like a black candy apple, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, I love it. It's so pretty. And if you want more drips, you just do it yourself. Yes, I love it. Okay, now if you have any questions, I would love for you to put them in the comments and I can go over them with you, send you a little message, or even do a video tutorial if you have something that you're unclear on. Just let me know. Now after this dries, you can go back and put another layer of the candy on top, like I did these, another layer of clay or whatever you want to do. But what I want to do is, should I do that, or should I just make these all black with sprinkles? Well, since it's for Halloween, let me go ahead and put some black sprinkles on top. I don't know. I'd really like to have the candy part on top. Maybe what color? I have orange and green, because the poison apple would be for Christmas. I'm sorry, for Halloween, obviously. So I want something to go with Halloween. So I may put black or green or yellow or purple on top. But I'm not sure, so I'm not going to do this one yet. I'll hold off and think about that. But I love the drip. I love that. That looks so good. If you do this, I would love to see yours. I have a crafting group where people share on the crafting group. They only share their own things over there, okay? This is only for yourself. You don't have to worry about promoting other people. So just don't worry about that. The name of the group is Crafters, Makers, and DIY Fanatics. That's on Facebook now, okay? So please come over and join us if you would like to share your crafts, or just check out everybody else's. There's so many Halloween things over there, and Christmas projects and crafts and all sorts of things right over there right now. So my advice is to go join the group. You don't have to do anything to join. Just start posting. And if you post something, though, please like other people's stuff too, because we just don't have enough of that. People like to post their own things, but everybody's, you know, it just takes a little more effort to get everybody to like everybody else's stuff. We want to promote our own stuff, but we also want to support our friends, our crafting friends, okay? So now please subscribe to my channel if you love this tutorial. Like the video, like each and every video that you see come up, because that really helps so much. And if you will comment, that helps tremendously. But if you share, oh my goodness, you're going to be my best friend. We instantly become best friends. Yay! So thank you all for joining me today. My name is Danita, and this is a Buttercup Creations. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.